Hello and welcome to Breakout session number 43. This one we're calling Learn to Solo Like a Pro. We're going to add a major third to a minor pentatonic. There is no major third in a minor pentatonic. So we're going to work on chord tones today, and we're going to break it down real simple, and this is going to be kind of a short one. So first, as usual, I want to say hi to all the members of the Guitar League around the country that might be watching. And as usual, I ask if you would please subscribe to this channel, hit the little bell so I can notify you when there's stuff coming up there, because there's all kinds of different things besides breakout sessions. There's guitar rescue, there's some how to play a song in 4 minutes, there's some rookie stuff up there if you're just a beginner. So please subscribe and hit the like button if you like it, that sure helps. Okay, so moving right along. So we're going to talk about, and you're going to have all of the materials today linked down in the description. We spent a lot of time in the key of A, or A minor pentatonic, or the key of C, because it's just easy. It's right in the middle, and all of this stuff is movable. Okay, so today we're going to work on a minor pentatonic in A. And what we're going to do today is we're going to play a simple major blues in A. So you got an A7, a D7, and an E7. We're going to use a minor pentatonic scale, but we're going to add the third tone of the chord as the chord goes by. So chord tones, you know, consist of a root, a third, a fifth, and a seventh usually, and it can be more than that, but those are the main color tones that we're going to concern ourselves with. And today we're only going to concern ourselves with the root and the third. Okay? So as the chords go by, we're going to add the major third to that chord over the backing tracks, okay? Or if somebody's playing the blues, the 1, 4, 5 in A, okay? So you know that I like, by the way, we've had a lot of, you'll have materials. This is the whole A pentatonic scale and all the different shapes. You know I like shapes, okay? So what I want to do today is just focus on one little teeny little shape. So this goes upside down. You know, this would be the head of the guitar up here. This is the fretboard. You're going to have this in color, okay? And this is the A minor House of Blues, but I'm adding the third to each one of the chords as they go by. And in this case, I use triangles and stars to show you what they are and explain what they are. But it was very interesting that I picked up from another YouTuber. It's kind of corny, but it works really good. So the House of Blues, you know, first you got the A minor pentatonic scale, right? The House of Blues for that is going to be starting on the 8th fret. That's basically the House of Blues there. Okay? For A, minor pentatonic. So what we're going to do is, when we're playing the A7, we're going to add the third of A, which is down here. It's an F sharp. I'm sorry, it's a C sharp. Okay, and we're going to call that the front door of the House of Blues. Or on my chart that you're going to see, that's a triangle. And then we're going to call, when we go to the 4 chord, which is the D7, we're going to come off the House of Blues to the balcony, and that's the major third of the 4 chord. And in my case, I show that as a solid green star instead of a balcony. Okay, and then when you go to the 5 chord, that's going to be like the window on the 2nd floor of the House of Blues, right there. So, and I show that as an open star. Okay? So, that's basically what happens. So when you're over the 1 chord, you can play that third. When you go to the 4 chord, you can play that third. And when you go to the 5 chord, you can go, that would be over the 5. You can walk that down to the 4 chord, and then come back up to the 5 chord. And when you're playing, you know, if you're using just the A minor pentatonic scale, it sounds like a scale a lot of times. So when you add the color tone, the chord tone, it starts to sound a lot more musical. Even if you don't have the chords going behind you, you can hear that. And when you go, that's the 1 chord. And when you go to the 4 chord, you can hear that change without even a chord necessarily. And when you go to the 5 chord, that's the window on the 2nd floor, you can hear it. Walk to the 4, back to the 1. And obviously you're either going to land, you're probably not going to land on the 3, you're going to use the 3 in the chord change, but you're going to want to maybe land on the 1, okay? On the A when you come back to A, okay? So what I recommend is you get a backing track. Now, coming in here, I had a super slow backing track in A that I found on YouTube. Jam Zone has backing tracks, and I've talked about Jam Zone a million times. I've done a couple videos on them. Jam Zone has a backing track. Their A, it's pretty fast, but you can slow down a Jam Zone track. So I slowed it down about 10%. And we'll play it, and we could play along with it. After you get used to playing the 3rd up here in that, just in that little House of Blues thing, there's 3rds everywhere, and I have materials for you that shows you around the fretboard where the 3rds are for all 3 of those chords, so that you can combine them in an A minor pentatonic and you can move around. And in upcoming videos, we'll talk more about where the other 3rds are, and we'll maybe do the 5s and the flat 7s so you can see where they are and you can add those in to the chord changes. So let's just put on a little backing track real fast and just stick in that House of Blues area, do the printout, get the little house, and it explains what it is. And let's just mess around. Not only can you change the tempo on Jam Zone, you can change the key to a different key. I accidentally changed it to a B flat, so we were a little out of tune. So I'm back in A now, so let's try this again. We're going to just try to stay around that one little House of Blues just till you get used to it. So that's up here in the 8th. That'd be the 3rd of A. That's the 3rd of D. Back to A. Here's the 3rd of E. Down to D. Back to A. So I hope you're able to see the changes there, and you have the paperwork. And so just get a backing track. You can get them on YouTube free. Just something slow in A would probably be best for you if you're new to this. And just stick in that little, you know, House of Blues area. And as the chord changes, just plug in the third of that chord and just try it and see. I think you're going to be amazed at how much more musical it sounds like. More musical it makes it sound like. So we're going to do a short one here today. So I'm going to come back to this, and we're going to work on the flat sevens and other chord tones that would be in a seventh chord. So we'll stick to the same progression to make it easy. And we'll add thirds and maybe some sevenths and, you know, the five here and there. And we'll make it sound more musical. So I hope this helps. It's a little different, but think of the little House of Blues. You've got the front door is the 1 chord. You've got the balcony on the 2nd floor is the 4 chord. And the window upstairs in the middle of the house is the 5 chord. Those are the thirds to the chord change that's going on. So we're going to see you in the next video, and we'll continue on with this. Put some comments down there if you have any questions about it, or if you like it or don't like it or whatever. Let me know what you have to say about it. Okay, thanks. See you in the next video.